Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like giving up? Have you ever faced moments so dark, so difficult, that you wondered if hope was even worth holding on to? I am here to tell you today, never lose hope. Never give up, because the moment you give up is the moment you let go of your destiny. The moment you stop believing is the moment you stop living. Hope is not just a feeling, it is the fuel that keeps you moving forward even when everything around you says, stop. Hope is the seed of destiny. A seed, when planted, does not grow overnight. It endures seasons of drought, storms, and even moments when it looks like nothing is happening. But deep in the soil, it is taking root. Some of you have been waiting on a breakthrough. You've been wondering if your dreams are worth the fight. Let me remind you today, your future is taking root beneath the surface. Just because you can't see it yet does not mean it's not growing. The greatest men and women of history did not become great because life was easy for them. No, they became great because they refused to quit when life got tough. Your setback is a setup for a comeback. Every challenge you face has a purpose. I dare you today to stop seeing your pain as punishment and start seeing it as preparation. The pressure you feel right now is producing something greater in you. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is refined in fire. Champions are built in adversity. Your problem is not your enemy. It is your training ground. If you refuse to give up, what was meant to break you will end up building you. Keep walking even in the dark. You do not need to see the whole staircase to take the next step. Life is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting that your steps are ordered. When you walk by faith, hope becomes your compass. You may be in a dark season now, but the sun will rise again. Hope is the light that keeps you walking when everything around you looks uncertain. Never let go of that light. Speak life, not death. The words you speak create the life you live. If you keep saying, I can't do this, your mind will believe it. But if you declare, I will overcome, I will rise, I am built for this, your spirit will respond. Speak hope, even when you feel hopeless. Speak victory, even when you feel defeated. Because your words have power. You were born to finish. Listen to me, you were not born to quit, you were born to finish. There is a reason you are still alive. If you were meant to be done, you would not be here. But the fact that you are breathing means God is not finished with you yet. Some of you have let fear stop you. Some of you have allowed failure to paralyze you. But today I challenge you, get up, try again, move forward. Your best days are still ahead of you. Die empty, live full. My friends, the richest place on earth is not the oil fields of the Middle East. It is not the gold mines of Africa. The richest place on earth is the graveyard. Because it is filled with dreams that were never lived, ideas that were never birthed, and books that were never written. Don't let the grave steal what God placed inside of you. Live full, die empty. Never lose hope, never give up, because your life is worth the fight. Challenges are inevitable in life. No one is exempt from hardships, obstacles, or unexpected setbacks. But the difference between those who succeed and those who surrender lies in their perspective. Too often, people magnify their problems so much that they lose sight of their purpose. They become so consumed with what's going wrong that they forget why they started in the first place. Purpose is what gives problems their proper place. When you have a clear sense of why you are here, no difficulty can permanently discourage you. Problems do not define your destiny, they refine it. Every great leader, every innovator, every history maker faced significant struggles, but they did not allow those struggles to stop them. Instead, they allowed their purpose to carry them through the storm. Pain and pressure are not signs that you're off track. In many cases, they are indicators that you are on the verge of something greater. The adversity you face is not there to destroy you. It is there to develop you. Diamonds are only formed under immense pressure. Gold is purified in fire. Trees grow stronger when they are tested by the wind. In the same way, your problems are not barriers, they are builders. When you shift your mindset from focusing on the problem to focusing on the purpose behind it, everything changes. You stop seeing failure as final. You stop treating opposition as an excuse to quit. Instead, you begin to embrace challenges as stepping stones. You understand that every difficulty has the potential to sharpen you, to strengthen your character, and to prepare you for the next level. The truth is, nothing worth having comes easily. Every dream, every assignment, every calling will be tested. But those who keep their eyes on the bigger picture, those who remember why they started, are the ones who endure. Problems may come, but they are never bigger than the purpose inside of you. Vision is the force that keeps a person moving forward, even when everything around them says to stop. It is the ability to see beyond the present moment, beyond the struggles, beyond the temporary setbacks. Without vision, people become victims of their circumstances. They lose momentum, they lose direction, and eventually they lose the will to keep going. But when someone has a clear and compelling vision for their life, nothing can shake them. Resilience is not just about strength, it is about endurance. It is about the ability to withstand pressure, disappointment, and adversity without breaking. The reason some people endure while others give up is not because they have an easier path, it's because they have a stronger vision. Vision provides an internal anchor, something that holds a person steady when the winds of life try to push them off course. When an individual sees beyond their current situation, they develop a mindset that refuses to be defeated. They do not allow failures to define them because they know that failure is only a temporary detour, not a dead end. They do not allow hardships to break them because they understand that struggles are simply part of the journey. Vision gives them the ability to interpret difficulties in a way that fuels their determination instead of draining it. A person without vision focuses only on what is in front of them. If they encounter rejection, they stop trying. If they experience pain, they retreat. If they face obstacles, they assume they are not meant to succeed. But a person with vision looks at the same rejection and sees it as redirection. They experience pain and use it to fuel their growth. They face obstacles and recognize them as opportunities to learn, adjust, and push forward. Vision transforms challenges into stepping stones. It turns frustration into fuel. It turns setbacks into setups for something greater. The greater the vision, the stronger the resilience, because those who see where they are going refuse to quit until they get there. Setbacks are often seen as failures, disappointments, or signs that something is not meant to be. But in reality, they are often the very thing that prepares a person for the next level. A setback is not the end of the journey. It is simply a detour, a redirection, or a moment of refining. Every great achiever, every leader, and every visionary has faced setbacks. Yet, what separates them from those who quit is their ability to recognize that setbacks are not meant to destroy them, but to develop them. When something does not go as planned, and it is easy to fall into frustration, discouragement, or even in despair, but every closed door is not a rejection. Sometimes it is a redirection to something greater. Every delay is not a denial. Sometimes it is an opportunity to grow, refine skills, or develop the character needed for the next stage. Some of the most powerful breakthroughs in history came after what seemed like devastating failures. But those who experienced them refused to see their setbacks as the final chapter. Instead, They saw them as setups for something greater. A seed must first be buried in the darkness of the soil before it can grow. If someone did not understand the process, they might think the seed was being destroyed. But in reality, it is in that very place of being covered, pressed, and hidden that his transformation begins. In the same way, many setbacks in life feel like being buried. They feel like an ending. They feel like defeat. But in reality, they are the very conditions that allow growth to take place. When a person faces a setback, they have two choices. They can allow it to break them, or they can allow it to build them. They can choose to give up, or they can choose to adjust, learn, and come back stronger. Some of the most unexpected delays, challenges, and disappointments turn out to be the very thing that prepares a person for opportunities they never even imagined. The key is to stop seeing setbacks as permanent failures and start seeing them as setups for something greater ahead. Hope is not just an emotion that comes and goes based on circumstances. It is a decision, a mindset, and a way of life. It is not dependent on what is happening externally, but on what is chosen internally. Many people believe that hope is something that either exists or it doesn't, as if it is controlled by fate or luck. But the truth is, hope is a choice that must be made daily, especially in the face of adversity. Life will always present moments of uncertainty, pain, and struggle. There will be times when everything seems to go wrong, when obstacles appear impossible to overcome, and when the future looks unclear. It is in those moments that hope becomes the difference between giving up and pressing forward. A person who chooses hope refuses to be defined by their current situation. They refuse to allow temporary hardships to dictate their future. Instead, they choose to believe that something greater is still ahead. Choosing hope does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that struggles do not exist. It means acknowledging difficulties while refusing to be defeated by them. It means recognizing that every storm eventually passes, every night eventually turns into day, and every setback carries the potential for a comeback. Hope is what fuels endurance. It is what keeps a person moving forward when every reason to stop is staring them in the face. Some of the most successful, influential, and impactful individuals in history were those who chose hope when others chose despair. They faced rejection, failure, and hardship, but they refused to accept defeat as their final outcome. They made the conscious decision to believe in possibilities when nothing around them seemed promising. This is the power of hope. It creates a vision for the future that is bigger than the present struggles. Hope is a daily decision. It must be cultivated, protected, and reinforced. It is easy to choose hope when everything is going well, but its true test comes in the moments of darkness and uncertainty. It is in those moments that the power of hope is revealed, not as a fleeting feeling, but as a force that sustains, strengthens, and pushes a person toward their destiny. Many people live their lives looking backward, trapped by the weight of their past. Past failures, past disappointments, past regrets. They allow what happened yesterday to dictate what they believe is possible tomorrow. But the truth is, no matter what mistakes have been made, no matter what opportunities have been missed, the future is never behind, it is always ahead. Dwelling on the past can become a prison that keeps a person from stepping into their true potential. Regret and guilt can chain the mind, making it difficult to see new possibilities. But no one can move forward while constantly looking in the rearview mirror. The past is unchangeable, but the future remains unwritten. What matters is not where someone has been, but where they are willing to go. Every great journey requires a person to look forward. Imagine a runner in a race who keeps turning their head to see what's behind them. They will lose momentum, slow down, and risk missing their goal. The same principle applies in life. Focusing too much on what is behind causes unnecessary delays and distractions from what is ahead. The past may have valuable lessons, but it should never hold a person captive. The heart is in its forward focus. I've had this conversation with you. Some of the most successful people in history experienced major failures before reaching their greatest achievements. But they did not allow their past to define them. Instead, they used their experiences as stepping stones to something greater. They understood that mistakes are part of growth, that closed doors often lead to better opportunities, and that failure is not final unless they choose to stop moving forward. The future is always open to those who are willing to embrace it. Every new day is a fresh opportunity to make different choices, to develop new skills, and to walk boldly toward a greater destiny. The past is over. It cannot be changed. But the future is still waiting to be shaped. And it belongs to those who are willing to step forward with faith, determination, and a clear vision for what is possible. Endurance is the defining characteristic of those who achieve greatness. It is not talent alone, intelligence, or even luck that determines success. It is the ability to keep going when most people would give up. Champions are not made in moments of ease. They are forged in adversity, strengthened by trials, and refined through perseverance. Those who rise to the top in any field, whether in sports, business, leadership, or personal growth, are the ones who refuse to quit when the journey becomes difficult. Every great accomplishment requires endurance. Progress is rarely instant, and success is never handed out freely. There will be challenges, delays, and obstacles along the way. But those who endure understand that difficulties are not meant to stop them. They're meant to strengthen them. When a runner trains for a marathon, they do not build stamina by running short distances with ease. They build endurance by pushing past their limits, running even when their muscles ache, and refusing to stop when exhaustion sets in. The same principle applies to life. True strength is developed in the moments when quitting seems like the easiest option. Endurance is not just about physical strength. It is about mental and emotional resilience. The ability to push forward despite fear, rejection, or failure separates those who achieve their dreams from those who settle. Many people start strong, filled with passion and excitement, but when obstacles appear, they lose motivation and walk away. Champions, on the other hand, embrace the struggle, knowing that every hardship they overcome brings them closer to their goal. The road to success is not straight. It is filled with detours, delays, and unexpected setbacks. But endurance is what keeps a person moving forward. It turns obstacles into opportunities, weaknesses into strengths, and disappointments into lessons. Those who refuse to give up, no matter how difficult the journey becomes, are the ones who ultimately reach their destiny. Faith is the foundation that keeps a person steady in the face of life's storms. It is not just a belief in something greater. It is the inner assurance that no matter how strong the winds blow or how high the waves rise, there is something unshakable holding everything in place. When circumstances are uncertain, when doors close, when plans fall apart, faith is what keeps a person from being tossed around by fear and doubt. It is the anchor that prevents them from drifting aimlessly, giving them the strength to remain firm even when everything around them seems unstable. Life is full of moments that test the heart and mind. Moments when answers are unclear, when the future seems uncertain, and when challenges feel overwhelming. Without faith, these moments create anxiety, discouragement, and hopelessness. But faith provides a different perspective. It does not deny the presence of difficulties, but it sees beyond the temporary struggles and believes in the possibility of breakthrough, even when there is no visible evidence yet. Faith is the difference between pressing forward and giving up. It does not guarantee that there will be no struggles, but it guarantees that struggles will not have the final say. It fuels resilience, giving strength when human effort alone is not enough. It reminds a person that their circumstances do not define their destiny, and that every setback is just another opportunity for growth and transformation. Just as an anchor keeps a ship from being carried away by the waves, Faith keeps a person grounded in purpose, hope, and vision. It allows them to stand firm in the face of uncertainty, to keep moving forward despite fear, and to trust that even when they cannot see the full picture, there is still a plan unfolding for their good. Words carry power. They shape thoughts, influence emotions, and direct actions. Every great movement, every transformational idea, and every major breakthrough in history began with words, spoken, written, or declared. Words are not just sounds or symbols. They are creative forces that build realities. The way a person speaks about their life, their future, and their circumstances determines how they experience them. People who constantly speak words of defeat, failure, and limitation find themselves trapped in those very conditions. They reinforce their struggles by saying, "I will never succeed. This is too hard," or "I'm not good enough." Over time, these words shape their mindset, erode their confidence, and create self-imposed barriers. On the other hand, those who speak words of possibility, faith, and determination open doors to greater opportunities. When they say, "I will find a way," "I am capable," or "something good is coming," they align their mindset with progress and resilience. The words a person speaks to themselves are just as important as the words they speak to others. Self-talk determines internal belief systems. Encouraging words spoken consistently create confidence, while negative words breed doubt and insecurity. Many people are held back not because of external limitations, but because of the words they have allowed to take root in their minds. When someone repeatedly says, "I can't," their actions will follow that belief. But when they say, "I will overcome," they ignite the inner strength needed to push forward. Words also shape relationships and environments. A person who consistently speaks words of encouragement, kindness, and wisdom creates a culture of positivity and growth. But one who speaks with bitterness, criticism, and negativity fosters an atmosphere of discouragement. Families, workplaces, and communities are all impacted by the words spoken within them. Words are tools, and how they are used determines what is built. They can construct a life of faith, hope, and success, or they can tear down dreams before they even begin. Every sentence spoken is like a seed planted in the soil of the mind and heart, and over time those seeds grow into the reality a person experiences. The choice of words is the choice of the world one creates. Every person comes into this world with purpose, potential, and the capacity for greatness. No one is an accident, and no life is without value. Deep within every individual is the ability to overcome, to rise above challenges, and to fulfill a unique assignment. Winning is not reserved for a select few. It is embedded in the very nature of human existence. The challenge is not whether someone was born to win. It is whether they will choose to believe it and act accordingly. Winning is not just about success in the eyes of the world. It is about fulfilling the purpose for which a person was created. It is about living fully, embracing challenges as part of the journey, and refusing to settle for anything less than what is possible. Many people go through life doubting themselves, weighed down by fear, past failures, or the limitations others have placed on them. But the truth is, setbacks do not disqualify a person from winning. They prepare them for it. Every difficulty faced, every lesson learned, and every moment of endurance builds the strength required for victory. Winning is not about never experiencing failure. It is about refusing to let failure define the future. Champions are not those who have never fallen, but those who refuse to stay down. The road to victory is paved with obstacles. But those obstacles are not meant to stop progress. They are meant to refine character, develop resilience, and strengthen vision. The ability to persevere despite challenges is what separates those who fulfill their potential from those who give up too soon. Within every person lies gifts, talents, and abilities that the world needs. The key to winning in life is not trying to be someone else or comparing oneself to others. It is about discovering and maximizing the unique qualities already placed within. When people stop doubting their worth, stop fearing failure, and stop pursuing what they were created to do with confidence and determination, they step into the reality that they were born to win. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. It is dying with untapped potential, unfulfilled dreams, and unused gifts. Every person is born with something valuable inside them, something the world needs, but far too many leave this earth without ever fully realizing their potential. To live fully is to pour out everything you have within you. Every talent, every skill, every idea, every dream, so that you leave nothing behind. When you die, the only thing left should be a legacy, not unspoken words or unfulfilled promises. Living full means taking risks, stepping out of comfort zones, and daring to pursue the things that are truly important. It means pushing beyond fear and self-doubt, refusing to settle for mediocrity, and choosing to be intentional about how time, energy, and resources are spent. So many people live their lives by default, waiting for things to happen, letting time slip by without purpose. But those who live full understand that time is a gift, and every moment should be used to build, create, and experience life to the fullest. To die empty means to give everything you have to the world while you're still here. It is about living with passion and purpose, knowing that your time on earth is limited and therefore precious. The world is filled with untold stories, ideas that could change the world, and solutions to problems waiting to be discovered. But these things will only be realized if people choose to act, to invest in themselves, and to contribute to the greater good. Living full also means not holding back, whether in relationships, work, or personal growth. It is about being authentic, giving your best, and showing up fully every day. It means not leaving things undone or waiting for a more convenient time. The moments we have are fleeting, and only by living with intention can we ensure that we leave this world having made a difference. To die empty is not about exhaustion, but about fulfillment, knowing that every gift given to you has been given to the world in some way. It is living without regret, knowing that you have poured out everything within you to make a difference, to inspire, and to leave a legacy of impact. When you live full and die empty, you are fulfilling the very purpose for which you were born. The life we lead is shaped by the choices we make, the words we speak, and the mindset we carry. We are born to win, and the path to victory is carved through purpose, resilience, and a steadfast faith that no setback is ever permanent. Our vision guides us forward, and hope fuels our journey, reminding us that the best is always yet to come. We must choose to live fully, embracing every challenge as an opportunity to grow, and understanding that our true potential is not bound by our past, but is defined by our actions in the present. As we go through life, let us never forget that words create worlds, and the future is not behind us but ahead, full of promise. We are all born with everything we need to succeed within us. Endurance shapes champions, and faith is the anchor that keeps us steady through every storm. We must choose to die empty, giving all we have to the world, leaving nothing unspoken, untried, or unfulfilled. In the end, life is not about avoiding difficulties. It is about overcoming them, knowing that the challenges we face are the very things that make us stronger and more capable of achieving our highest purpose. Live with intention, embrace the journey, and always remember, you were born to win.